Hey yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special bonus edition of Card Marks in honor of Wrestlemania weekend. Sitting across from me is the incomparable Justice Williams. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, good sir. How are you?
In the words of T. McG, I'm trying to do better. Justice, can you tell the people what we're talking about today?
So today we are going to be talking about, ironically enough, with WrestleMania coming in, we have some very interesting WrestleMania matches that have taken place over the course of the last 30 plus years. Kieran and I decided that we were going to discuss what we feel are the most underrated and overrated WrestleMania matches that we have seen.
Justice, I don't feel good about this.
Neither do I.
No. I don't feel good about this. I lied to you.
Okay.
We will not be discussing the most underrated and overrated WrestleMania matches on this podcast, or at least not on this one.
Oh dear.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first edition of a cheap pop quiz.
Anyone who tries to make a distinction between education and entertainment doesn't know the first thing about either.
Oh dear. Oh goodness.
All right, what I have in front of me is 50 WrestleMania-based questions that I'm going to see if Justice knows the answer to. Are you ready, Justice?
Let's see.
Alrighty, number one. What was the first match in WrestleMania history?
Oh dear. Did it involve Big John Studd?
It did not. I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to just kind of BS an answer. Do you have any idea?
Oh dear. First match in WrestleMania history. Let's say Coco Beware versus Roddy Piper.
Good guess, but Tito Santana versus the Executioner. What was the last match in WrestleMania history?
Oh my goodness. Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan.
Correct. Who was Stone Cold's first WrestleMania opponent?
Oh dear. Was it Bret Hart?
Savio Vega. Besides The Undertaker, who has the most wins at WrestleMania?
Oh, the most.
Besides The Undertaker.
Oh dear. Is it Edge?
It's a tie between John Cena and Triple H. What is Undertaker's overall record at the shows?
Undertaker's overall record is it 23-2?
25-2. What movie was put on hold after The Rock's injury at WrestleMania 29?
What movie was put on hold? Hercules?
Correct. Who has participated in the most triple threat matches in WrestleMania history?
Oh golly.
Do you want me to give you a multiple choice?
Sure.
Edge, Randy Orton, Triple H, and Daniel Bryan.
Randy Orton?
Correct. He's been in 4. Who has main evented every WrestleMania they've ever been involved in?
Main event?
In every single one of the WrestleMania appearances, it was in a main event capacity.
Oh my gosh. Hulk Hogan?
Almost. It was Psycho Sid. WrestleMania 8 and WrestleMania 13. Those are the only 2 WrestleManias that he appeared at, and they were both in the main event against Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker, respectively. What was the first matchup to main event 2 WrestleManias in a row? It was the first match to repeat main events.
Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker?
Bret Hart versus Yokozuna.
Are you
9 and 10.
serious?
The first steel cage match in WrestleMania history was Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy at WrestleMania 2. When was the next one?
The next steel cage match at WrestleMania.
Steel cage, not Hell in a Cell.
Got you.
The answer will surprise you.
Don't tell me it's Braun versus Shane McMahon.
Correct.
Oh my god.
How many main events have not featured a world title defense? I'm going to give you a multiple choice here because that's kind of unreasonable to ask. 3, 5, 7, or 9.
Have not featured.
In the main event has not featured a world title defense.
I'll go 5.
7. It was 1, 8, 9, 26, 28, 33, and 36 night 1.
That's fair.
Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns is now one of 3 rivalries to have a trilogy of Mania matches. The first was The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. What was the second rivalry to do so?
Triple H and Undertaker.
Correct. Who has the longest gap between WrestleMania matches?
Jimmy Snuka?
Tatanka. 23 years because he showed up at WrestleMania 32. Initially, when I had, just a side note, I had typed that question out and my initial answer was Ricky Steamboat because he had 21.
Right.
But then I Googled it because the article was old. I was like, wait, Tatanka showed up at WrestleMania 32. Which WCW legend appeared at WrestleMania 6 as an extra?
WCW legend?
Mm-hmm. He was not a legend at this point.
At WrestleMania 6.
WrestleMania 6.
Tank Abbott?
That would be Diamond Dallas Page, buddy.
Oh, goodness.
He was the driver for Honky Tonk Man's Cadillac.
Got you. Okay.
Who are the only two people to main event at WrestleMania with their birth given names?
The only two.
The only two to not have their gimmick names. Because they don't have gimmick names.
Wow. John Cena and Randy Orton?
Incorrect. Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle. WrestleMania 14 was the birthplace of what popular wrestling catchphrase?
WrestleMania 13.
WrestleMania 14.
Okay, WrestleMania 14. Popular wrestling catchphrase.
This was the first time he ever said it. That's a hint. It was a guy.
Rest in peace, The Undertaker?
Do you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Oh.
It was in the pre-match promo. How many WrestleManias have taken place outside of the continental United States?
0?
No, 2. 6 and 18. How many years did it take after the Divas Championship was established for it to be defended on a WrestleMania?
I'm going to go 4 years?
Close. 6. It was established 6 years before WrestleMania 30, and that was the first time they defended it.
Wow.
Well, I know, right? What was the first WrestleMania not to feature Howard Finkel?
WrestleMania 25?
Ooh, no. 32. What is the shortest match in WrestleMania history? You should know this.
Rowan and Rock.
Correct. Who is the only active member of WWE who has been employed more than 5 years with an undefeated streak at WrestleMania?
Ooh, still undefeated. Actively employed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drawing a blank.
That'd be Michael Cole, my friend. He's 1-0.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I am not. Who has the most wins in a single night at WrestleMania? If you know your golden age, it should be pretty easy.
Most wins in a single night.
In a single night.
I want to say Daniel Bryan with 2.
Randy Savage, 4. WrestleMania 4, the tournament. Which WrestleMania did not feature a men's singles match?
WrestleMania 11?
WrestleMania 2000. Because it was all multi-man matches, you know?
Right, that is exactly right. Oh my gosh.
Besides the WrestleMania 12 main event, the Iron Man match, what is the longest WrestleMania match? I will tell you, the answer will not surprise you because it felt friggin' long.
Is it Undertaker versus Roman?
Nope. Randy Orton versus Edge, WrestleMania 36.
Oh my god, yes. Okay, yeah.
What television show bought an entire segment at WrestleMania 28?
How I Met Your Mother?
Deadliest Catch. Which celebrity was gifted a legitimate title belt after their rendition of America the Beautiful?
I'm drawing a blank.
That'd be Willie Nelson at WrestleMania 7 that one of the Nasty Boys gave him their tag titles. Because, you know, they smoking weed in the back.
Gotcha.
Which WrestleMania holds no title changes? Want me to give you multiple choice?
Yes, please.
21, 23, 19, or 27? Look in your heart. You know it.
27?
Correct. Who is the only person to win a title at 3 consecutive WrestleManias?
The only person to win a title at 3 consecutive WrestleManias.
It doesn't have to be a world title, just to win a title. You want a multiple choice?
Yes, please.
Edge, Christian, Randy Orton, John Cena.
Edge?
Close, Christian. He won the tag title 2 years in a row and then the hardcore championship in the third year.
Okay.
Which NXT champion was featured as an extra in an entrance after their takeover match? They were an extra in somebody's entrance and they were NXT champion the night before.
Finn Balor?
Correct. He was one of the skull face people in Triple H's entrance. Who did Stone Cold portray in the build to WrestleMania 21?
Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Correct. Which current superstar went on record to say they nearly passed out on the ramp before their world title match? Can I give you multiple choice?
Yes, please.
Hulk Hogan, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan?
That'd be Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 35. Before the advent of the network, what Mania had the highest buy rate of all time?
Was it WrestleMania 19?
That'd be WrestleMania 28 with The Rock. 19 was actually the lowest bought of the Attitude Era.
Really?
Of the Attitude Era.
Okay.
What WrestleMania had the lowest buy rate ever?
Was it WrestleMania 9?
That'd be WrestleMania 13.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Which WrestleMania had the highest attendance?
WrestleMania 32?
Correct. Which WrestleMania had the lowest attendance?
WrestleMania 36?
Correct. I thought I was going to be able to trick you there. What was WrestleMania's original title?
Was it WWE Super Show?
That would be the Colossal Tussle.
The Colossal
That is
Tussle.
what Vince McMahon wanted to name WrestleMania, the Colossal Tussle. Who is credited with convincing him to change the name?
Pat Patterson?
It was Howard Finkel. What popular band inspired the name change?
Rolling Stones?
That'd be the Beatles, Beatlemania. If you can name one of these, I'll give you the answer. What 2 shows acted as a narrative precedent for the first WrestleMania? They aired on MTV. I will give you a point if you can name one of them.
For the first WrestleMania.
I feel really bad because Justice had a hard day at work and I just kind of sprung this on him.
Oh, it's an interesting quiz. Magnum PI?
That'd be the brawl to end it all or the war to settle the score. Which two celebrities were instrumental in the success of the first WrestleMania?
Mr. T?
Mm-hmm.
Sydney.
That's correct. You got Cyndi Lauper. The figure 4 leg lock was used by Tito Santana to finish the first match at WrestleMania 1 to spite which professional wrestler?
Ric Flair.
Greg Valentine. According to Dave Meltzer, what is the best match in WrestleMania history?
Is it HBK versus Kurt Angle?
So close. There were two answers. It was HBK versus Razor Ramon, and then Bret Hart versus Steve Austin. According to Dave Meltzer, what is the worst match in WrestleMania history? Let me rephrase. What is the worst main event in WrestleMania history?
Is it Hogan and Yoko?
You're really close. It was actually Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff. That doesn't have a rating. The rest of them have ratings.
Oh, God.
Which WrestleMania had the longest ramp?
Was that 33?
Correct. Who has the most main events in WrestleMania history?
Would that be The Undertaker?
That'd be Hulk Hogan. He was in the first 8 or 9, I believe. Who sang the first national anthem?
Oh, God. Would that be Cyndi Lauper?
Incorrect. It'd be Mean Gene Okerlund. It's a real funny video if you ever get your hands on it.
Great. Googly moogly.
Which musical artist has the most performances in WrestleMania history?
Which musical artist?
Yep. Which one has appeared the most times?
Is it Lillian Garcia?
I mean, let me rephrase. That's not employed by WWE. Because that would be correct.
Would it be Snoop Dogg?
It's a 3-way tie. I would have taken one of the 3 between Aretha Franklin, who did the national anthem at 3 and 23.
Okay.
Motorhead, who is at 17 and 21. And Flo Rida, who is at 28 and 33. Snoop only had one.
He didn't perform at 24?
No.
Okay. So he has 2 appearances, but he didn't perform at 2. Gotcha.
Who was famously awaiting Shawn Michaels in the gorilla position at WrestleMania 14? You know this one.
Undertaker?
That's correct. While it's happened at 5 different WrestleManias, what are the most title changes on a single WrestleMania card? You want a multiple choice?
Yes, please.
3, 5, 7, or 6?
You said this has happened 5 times.
Yes, it was at X7, 33, 34, 35, and 37.
Let's go with 5.
That's correct. And finally, the final question. Who almost ruined the first WrestleMania main event?
Was it Roddy Piper?
That's correct. It was Roddy Piper for beefing with Mr. T. I also would have accepted Muhammad Ali, who was supposed to stay ringside, but he got in the ring. But they got him out.
You know, just the way my mind works, my first answer was going to be Hulk Hogan. But I was like, no, that's...
I mean, actually, he saved it.
Yeah.
Because he's the one who had to go talk Mr. T down. Because that day, Mr. T was not going to go to the ring because he hated Roddy Piper so much.
Right. Yeah. Oh, Roddy. Yeah. Excellent.
You want to hear your final score?
Sure.
That'd be 16 out of 50, my friend.
Excellent. So here's the thing. Because this is really going to be one of those things where someone's going to listen to this and be like, all right, so what's this guy know about wrestling? I am quite proud of that score, in all honesty. There's a few there that I was like, yeah, I should have known that. But yeah, oh, wow. There's a lot of WrestleMania lore. Those are really good questions, too. Where'd you get those from?
I was up for like 3 hours last night. Just scrounging different articles. And granted, I did make it a little too hard for anybody just because it was a lot of golden age, too. And a bunch of Attitude Era piled in there. But Justice, what'd you think of the first cheap pop quiz?
I think that was a very fun experience. That was a very good test. I like that. That was really cool. It's very enlightening and educational. It's very educational.
It comes to show that anything can happen on the Card Marks podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Even that burp.
What was the phrase for WWE superstars? That show that expects everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, granted, they did have Undertaker on the first episode, right?
Right. They're like, first 3 weeks, you never know who you're going to get. And then weeks after that, it's just kind of like, yeah, here's everyone that we normally have at catering.
Alrighty, man. Well, I had fun. I don't know about you.
I love that. That's excellent. Very much brightened my day. Thank you, sir.
Alrighty. This is going to be put out on the Saturday of WrestleMania Night 1, but it'll be out before. Just general speculation. Do you think Stone Cold will have a match?
Do I think that a bell will ring twice within Stone Cold being in the ring?
Yes.
Let's go with yes.
I concur because I believe it's going to be a Rock at WrestleMania 32 situation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoy Night 1 and Night 2 of WrestleMania. Please give us a follow and please just like us. Give us the engagement. Give me everything. Peace.